Layers. Layers, as they are called, are similar to transparent sheets of acetate that contain parts of artwork and are placed one over the other, but overall, when viewed together, they form a complete artwork. It is an important tool that allows us to organize artwork into distinct levels that can be edited and viewed individually also. Every document created in Adobe Illustrator contains at least one layer. Layers are extremely versatile and can help us to manage complex illustrations. Where there is no overlapping of filled objects, we can see through any layer, the layer below it. Creating multiple layers in our layout lets us have control over out editing, displaying and printing. We can create and modify objects on any layer without affecting the artwork on any other layer. Once we create layers, we can work with them in various ways, such as duplicating and recording them, creating layers within layers, and merging, flattening and adding objects to them. We can even create template layers which we can use to trace artwork. In addition, we can import layers from Photoshop. Layers palette. Layers in Illustrator are specified in the Layers palette. We can create any number of layers, groups and objects. Layers can contain other layers, groups and objects. Only layers can exist at the top level of the hierarchy. Groups can contain other groups and objects, but not layers. Moving a layer or group moves every layer, group and object within it. Within each layer and group, objects are stacked according to their stacking order. Grouped objects are on the same layer. If we group objects from different layers, all objects are placed on the layer of the front most object in the group. By default, all objects are placed on a single layer. A new document will have only one layer. Symbols. A symbol is an art object that we store in the Symbols palette and reuse in a document. Suppose if we create a symbol from a butterfly, we can then add instances of the butterfly multiple times to our artwork without actually adding the complex art multiple times. Every symbol instance that we create is linked into the symbol that is saved in the palette. If we create a complex artwork and it is used many times within the same document, it may increase the file size. Instead, we can save the artwork as symbols, which will save time and greatly reduce the file size. Symbols also provide excellent support for SWF and SVG export, which we are going to study in the later session. Symbols palette. The Symbols palette is used to store, manage and place symbols. To activate Symbols palette in Illustrator, choose Window and then Symbols or press Shift plus F11. Clicking the triangle at the upper right corner of the palette can activate symbol options. If required, we can change the view, display the symbol in its thumbnail view.